Hi, how's it going? This is Resident of College for YouTube, resident underslash of underslash college for BitChute. And I'm here to do two videos tonight. My first video is which movie wore the remake hat better? Death Wish 2018 or 2007's The Brave One? Now, you might say, well, wait, The Brave One doesn't have the title Death Wish. No, it doesn't, but trust me, it's a Death Wish movie in every way, shape, and form. And a remake pretty much of the first two films. Um, I'll start with Death Wish 2018. Death Wish 2018 stars Bruce Willis, who takes the place of, well, I shouldn't say necessarily just takes the place of the late Charles Bronson, because though Bruce Willis is playing a Kersey, he's not exactly playing Paul Kersey. He's not playing an architect. He's actually playing a doctor. And just like in the first Death Wish, where the muggers followed Bronson's family home, pretty much same. They find a way to his house in this one too. So a bit of a callback to the first film is in 2018, and so you do get a callback. And here's what I'll say. You know, the original movie and the original series had these cringe-worthy moments where it made you cringe. But it was a cringe of, man, these guys need to get it, though, too, for what they've done. And don't get me wrong, 2018, it's an okay cringe, but it's not, I don't know, for it being a Death Wish movie, I didn't feel the. Don't get me wrong. His wife gets killed. His daughter gets beaten up. I don't feel this is enough of a cringe-worthy moment for a Death Wish movie. Maybe I'm being, too hard on it. Maybe, but I felt there should have been more of a cringe-worthy moment. That's just me. But anyway, so Kersey, who's a doctor, finds out about his wife and his daughter at the hospital, of course, where he works. So now, the cops talk to him and all that stuff. So how does he get a gun? Well, he goes to the gun store, but it turns out he receives a gift. Well, he receives a gun from a gun shop patient who, now the gun shop patient doesn't give it to him, they die. So Kersey takes the gun and therefore uses the gun to, track down the people who did that to his family. There are really good one-liners in 2018. Some good synthesizer riffs, just like there are in the second and third film of Death Wish. So there are callbacks. Did I like Death Wish 2018? Because I'm not going to get all the way to too much into this, because look, it's one thing to remake a classic, right? But I'm sure the people who well, I'll get into the next movie in a second. When you remake a movie twice, essentially, I've often said, don't remake a movie too many times. With Death Wish 2018, because I saw The Brave One first in 2007, I felt Death Wish 2018 could have been way better than what it was. To me, Death Wish should have gotten a sequel. And let me explain. Yes, without Charles Bronson, and yes, that would have sucked, but I think it would have eventually been good. And what I mean by that is, look, I can get past the fact that Die Hard, it feels sort of like a Die Hard movie, but Death Wish 2018 doesn't have Charles Bronson in it. Hell, I got over that fact when The Brave One didn't have Charles Bronson in it, and even though it's not titled Death Wish, it is a Death Wish movie. So I can get over that fact, but it's one thing to try to portray a character Bronson did, it's another thing to be that character. And I will say that's where Bruce Willis falls short in 2018. And that's something to say, No offense, I get why he doesn't know how to shoot because he's just a doctor and he figures it out. That's fine. But there's just something about what Bronson did in those Death Wish movies that was captivating. When Bronson shot somebody, you knew shit was going to go down. The way his body language, his words, goodbye, bang, just beautiful to watch what he was able to do in those movies. Now, that leads me to the other remake, The Brave One, which came out years before. It came out in 2007, starring Jodie Foster. Now, she does not play the character of Kersey. She plays a character called Bane, I believe. Brianna Bane, I want to say. And it's odd because this woman is actually a radio show host. That's right, a radio show host who is walking with her fiance, I want to believe, or husband, in the park at night. And what happens? Well, they get beaten up and mugged. He dies. She gets nearly beat to death. And it is cringy. It's cringy to watch, and it's really well shot and done. Obviously, you can tell I'm leaning towards this movie a lot more, and you'll get why when you watch it. To me, this movie, though not titled Death Wish, is more of a Death Wish remake than the Death Wish 2018 remake. This movie has more callbacks to the original two Death Wish movies than the Death Wish 2018 remake that stars Bruce Willis. Jodie Foster's character, for example, in the original, Charles Bronson murders some muggers on a train. So does Jodie Foster. Jodie Foster shoots some muggers in a store. Now, in Death Wish 3, Paul Kersey shoots, Charles Bronson's character Paul Kersey shoots mugger that stole his camera that he bought from a store. So there are callbacks to Death Wish in A Brave One, and they're all there. I mean, and here's what I'll say. Jodie Foster, she's an amazing actress. I felt, though she's not playing a Kersey, she more channeled what Bronson had done than what Bruce Willis did. And you might say, well, that's blasphemous. It's a woman. No, it's not. Trust me. Are the one-liners there? The one-liners are okay. It's just they're not exactly... How do I put this? They're decent one-liners, but they're also focused on... I think at times they're too focused on her trauma of getting over her husband. But again, though, too, that's sort of the cringiness of this movie that's good. That, yes, the one-liners are in, The Brave One. Are they memorable? No, not necessarily, but the cringiness of this movie, the cringiness in this movie and the action is, and the build toward that action is. I will say I more have fond memories of this than I do 2018's Death Wish because of the way they shot this, the way Jodie Foster portrayed the character. It felt every part of a Death Wish movie without having the actual title or the character called Kersey. Do I know why they didn't call it Death Wish? No, I don't. Do I know why they didn't just call her character Kersey? No, I don't. But I will say I don't sit here and buy the fact that it wasn't on purpose. You get what and when you watch this, you'll get why I say this. There's too many callbacks to the original films for it not to be, is what I'll say. And I'll tell you what I love most about the Brave one. I love Terrence Howard and Jodie Foster's chemistry together. It's so good. Really, really good. So, and Jodie Foster's torment over the loss of her loved one is way better than what Bruce Willis pulled off in 2018. Way better. I love the fact that when Jodie Foster's character is on the radio, they're talking about the vigilante, and she's addressing it, and she's the vigilante. I mean, it's just fucking eerie as shit, but it's a good eerie. It's like, holy shit, this is like in your face, and that's what Death Wish is. Honestly, it's in your face action, in your face like irony and drama. That's what the Brave one is. I mean, like I said, it's every bit the Death Wish movie a Death Wish movie is without the title and the character of Kersey. And again, I can get over the fact that Charles Bronson isn't in the film, especially since Jodie Foster is doing everything she can to channel Paul Kersey, to channel Charles Bronson's character, and she does. She pulls this off very easily. I don't know why this didn't get a sequel. To me, you want to look at a movie that should have started the Me Too movement, it was the Brave one. Very good. I give it an 8.5 out of 10. 6.5 for the Death Wish remake. So, in my opinion, for what it's worth, the Brave one or the Death Wish remake had a lot better than, well, Death Wish 2018. Now, I'm sure you guys are going to go check both films out. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I got one more video to do. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.